Hello and welcome, welcome. I'm Leanne and I'm a book artist from the Pacific Northwest, and I'm just delighted to have you here today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. There's a button below that you can subscribe, and you can hit a bell beside it and you can get the updates of when things happen. If you like the video, I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up. It's a real encouragement. So today I'm going to work on old vintage photos again. I made this one on the last video, if you saw it. She's darling. This is actually my mother when she was a little girl. I did make a few changes after looking at it a little bit more. You know how that happens. I decided I wanted something additional on that hat of hers, so I added 3 little sparkly pieces of glitter, and then I also gave her a little collar. Isn't that sweet? So there's that. I'll put the link up above if you'd like to see how that's made and make one too. Today I want to take some of the scrap pieces, and I do mean scrap pieces because look at that. So this is a little teeny tiny piece of the exact same thing that I want to use on this, and these are some scrap pieces with the tag and some colors. So let's get going on making this little thing, and maybe you want to make one too. So this is a picture of my mom. Okay, it's so darn cute and so tiny. What I wanted to do, see, I cut out that little part of her arm, and I want to put it over the ticket to make it look like she's leaning over the top of it. So I did have this reinforced with cardstock. If I had already printed it on cardstock, I wouldn't have to do that, right? It would already be ready to go, but I didn't, so there it goes. So there she is, just nicely positioned on that ticket. Well, let me turn it around. Better to see there. There she is. So got that set. Now what I want to do, I want to put these and have a little pocket in the front of my tag. I thought this was just bright and cheerful and adorable. This is from a different project that I was doing, and I never actually used it, so it's perfect for this. I want to cut it a little bit shorter though. I don't know how much. I'm just gonna say right here. It's the beauty of junk journals. You could just kind of go for it and just make something work. So right there like that. Now this is an extra piece. I just want to see what it looks like if I were to rip an uneven edge. You know, maybe I would like the look of that a little bit better. That actually is kind of fun. I'm going to go with that one with the little ripped edge. So that's going to be my edge right there. And I'm going to glue this. I have to tell you, when I came into my little craft space here to begin working, I realized I had left my glue gun. I mean, not my glue gun. I left my glue without the pin in it. You have to put the pin in it to keep it nice and fresh. No, it wasn't in there. Okay, so I'm going to gently lay that down. Had I been smart, I would have decorated the back of that a little bit. But I wasn't, and so I'm going to have to just do it right now and figure it out. This is going to go in there, and so I want my glue, hopefully it doesn't squish in too much so that I don't have to take up that space. If I wanted to, I could have put little hinges on this to make it so that I don't lose any of the space, but I'm in the mood of kind of just going with the flow, so that's what I'm going to do. Isn't that just fun? Okay. I could parallel that look at the top. Not quite dry enough. I think I am going to have to cut this off a tad bit. Does not want to fit. Perfect. Okay, that fits in there nicely. Now I have to decide if I want to put this at the top of it. Bring that color up above. I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to put a little pink ribbon. That's the word I was looking for. Okay, this is a piece that was left over. I think I might put that there. Tuck this one in here. It just fits there. I'll be tucking that in there. I do like this at the bottom. That's going there. Making a decision right now. Sometimes it's so easy to get stuck in the decision making of whether or not you should put something down. If you just decide to just kind of go for it, you know, then it just relieves that a little bit instead of laboring over it so much. I'm a laborer, I must admit. So that was really freeing for me to just learn to say, just do it. Okay, I think I'm going to try doing a little stamping behind there with this color, which is worn lipstick. I'm going to take this little stamp to do it with. Okay, pull these puppies out first. Just go ahead and start laying down some color, moving around so it doesn't have the whole same shape the whole place. I like it. It brings that pink in there, but I still am going to take my good old vintage photo and just kind of add a little movement on there so it's just not one solid piece. So for this, I think it would be nice to trim the edges. I'm going to use this. This is the 1/4 inch rounder. And you know, when you round the edge, it's actually easier to put inside and outside your pocket, in and out of your pocket. Okay, there's that. And then there's that. Nice. It would be nice with something else still up there, but I'm not going to make that decision until I put my ribbon. So I could use a little bit of that. It's getting awfully pink though. I know this is pink, but it sure would be cute. I was looking for something else that wasn't pink. But this has the polka dots on it. It just adds extra pattern to that. And I like how it does that. So I might end up using this one. I also have this vintage zigzag, and I do mean vintage. This was from Hobby Lobby and initially was 94 cents. I don't know how long ago that was. But if you look at it, the tag is just old. It says $1.20 here. I don't know, but I want to put it on here as well. Seems like right down there is just a perfect spot. Let's do it. Just adds to that feel of the 1950s. This was not the 1950s, the picture, but it doesn't matter. I just like the feel. I'm put this away. Now I do have this just gingham too, which would make a nice, I think I like this better. So it's just a matter of preference, right? That polka dot one is fabulous and it has a look that I love, but I like this softer look at the top when it all comes, when all is said and done. That's the one that I want. So let's put that on. Okay, so now I still want a bottom edge to it, something peeking off down here, and maybe some other little things up here, just to add a little bit more interest. Here's some miscellaneous music pieces. I think the music might be too much for me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to add interest here by just adding some of this paint. It's going to just create a little bit more movement back there. A little more activity at the top. That's what I was looking for. A little more activity. This still might add something on the side. But let's see what this does. I need to define these edges a little more. So I think it would be actually nice to have a stamping bit over the top of this. I don't think I want to use this one though. Use this one. So they're just tiny words. Just kind of brings your eye up and around. Now, I'm going to get my music in after all. I'm going to put just a little piece down here at the bottom. Just a smidgen. Cut that. And that. And now I kind of like a little bit at the top. Now that I have some at the bottom, I think it kind of adds a little bit of balance. So I want just a teeny tiny piece, and I don't want it too bright. Because if it's too bright, it's going to command too much attention, and I don't want that much attention. I want the cuteness to be on that sweet little mama of mine right there. Okay, here is a Tim Holtz flower. I think I absolutely love it there, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I want to do something else still around there. As I look at it, this is my thinking. As I look at it as it is, I feel like she's laying in a bed. Like, you know, that's her mattress and that's her blanket. And I don't want that feel. That's not what I'm going for. So I'm going to play around with it a little more and see what I can do. So I'm going to put this little tiny bingo card over the top of it, because what it does, it breaks that line so you don't look at it like it's a mattress. Creates a different look. I'm going to keep my finger right there so I can add that. Maybe I'll do a little bit of distressing here. A little bit of doily action. I like that too. A little bit of just doily action. Breaks up the eye. I'm liking it. I like that there too. So it just depends on the look that you're looking for. Like, this is just a sweet and precious look, right? I like this on here for a different kind of look. Creates a little bit more interest, a little bit more industrial type feel to it maybe. I think I want to try a little paper clip over that. Now this is a little organizer, by the way, that I got at the dollar store, Dollar Tree to be precise. And it works nice to kind of hold your little things in it. And it was only $1. So I like that there, and then I want it to hold something. Something else. I don't know what that else is. I like that one. I'm going to keep that there. Okay, so now if you get a box like this, I have found, just to make sure it stays closed, you can get rubber bands there too and just kind of wrap it around. I feel I need to bring a little dark color up here, so I'm just going to do a stamp. Okay. Okay, I like that. I think I'm going to stop right there. Let me show you what I've got. First I'll clean up so it's not all distracted. Okay, this is what I made the other day, and this is what I made today. So it's just a sweet little tag with the little tuck pocket. You can pull this out and write your sweet little words on there. We've got these that can also be written on. I like how it turned out. I hope you venture out. I hope you find some old photos. You can even grab something from a magazine, write some old pictures or an old book, and try using them to create just something fun, something different. And I hope you enjoy it all as you do it. So that's what I have for you today. I'll have something up for you again quite soon. Have a great time. Until then, talk to you later. Bye.